Thanks for tuning into Stocks with Antonio. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday. And today is a big day. When the market closed at 4 p.m., what came out? Netflix, right? And probably you're watching this because you have Netflix in your portfolio, or maybe you're considering should you buy into it, right? Should you add it to your portfolio? I do want to share with you, I am a Netflix shareholder. I do have it in my portfolio. For those of you that are subscribers or been following the channel, you already knew that. And I'm going to let you know, I'm going to give you my take on it, what I'm going to do, if I'm going to sell off, if I'm going to continue to hold. But we're going to talk a little bit about it. It's going to be a brief video today, but I wanted to make one a little bit earlier. Netflix stocks slide as earning beats estimate, right? So that's good. Hey, they beat estimates. Why are they selling off? I believe we were around 107. And if you look after hours, at least while making this video, April 16th, around it's right now 540. It's under $100. But yeah, Netflix stock slide as earnings beat estimates. Co-founder, it came out that co-founder Reed announced that he's leaving the company soon, right? He's stepping down. So Netflix reported stronger than expected profits in the first quarter after lost the battle of acquiring Warner Brothers, right? That was something that's when I got in. They were trying to acquire Warner Brothers. The deal didn't end up working out, right? They lost to Paramount on that one, and that was taken well by investors. That's when the stock price shot up. I bought it while all that was coming out, and I was able to get a position in the 80s, and then it pulled back more, and I was able to get some more shares in the 70s, right? So I did some DCA on that pullback, and then they didn't get they weren't able to acquire Warner Brothers, and the stock pumped because a lot of investors were concerned because it was going to cost a lot of money to acquire that company. And investors didn't like the Netflix taking on all that debt. So it was taken well by investors, and then the stock price pumped and it went over $100, which is anyone got in early, then you definitely you were in the green, right? And that's helping you build wealth in your portfolio, and that's what it's all about. But I wanted to go a little bit into that. The company also announced the co-founder Reed, who took the company from a mail order DVD company to a streaming giant, today let everyone know that plans to leave the board in June once his term expires. So that could be taken negative. Someone that's been around early on in the company stepping down could be something investors don't like. But the biggest thing that the sell off was the forward guidance. When companies come out with their earnings, right? You want them to come out with good earnings, but something that's also very important is forward guidance. A lot of times a company will come out, a good company, they come out with good earnings, and there's a sell off, and a lot of people are confused. They say it doesn't make sense, they don't understand why, and they forget about the forward guidance. A lot of people, when they invest in the stock market, and this probably, especially like institution investors, big money, right? They're looking into they're investing in the future. So they want to see that the company is doing well. That's important. But they also want to see that the forward guidance is strong. They want to know, hey, this company plans to continue to grow, to continue to do well. And then they'll take their money and they'll invest in it because they see in the future saying, hey, this company is going to continue to be a beast. This company is going to continue to be a giant. That's what investors want. So when forward guidance comes out and it isn't taken well by investors, it's going to smack the stock price. And that's what you're seeing with Netflix. Now, it doesn't mean that on Friday, if you're an options trader, to go ahead and put puts. It has pulled back. There's a lot of times a stock after earnings will pull back on some type of disappointment, and then it starts to recover. So I wouldn't do anything. And when it comes to me, if you want to know what I'm going to do, I'm not selling Netflix. I'm going to continue to hold Netflix. When I got Netflix, I bought into it as a long-term investment. It's in my long-term portfolio, and I plan to leave it in there for 10 years plus. Now, that doesn't mean I won't change my mind, right? I'll continue to keep an eye on the company. I'll continue to keep an eye on future earnings. And sometimes you have to make changes. But as of right now, I plan to continue to hold Netflix. It is in my long-term portfolio, and in my opinion, has not changed. I have Netflix. Everyone that I know has Netflix. Probably everyone watching this video has Netflix, or almost everyone, or knows someone that has it. I believe they're going to be around my for my lifetime, and I see them continuing to try to grow, improve, and I just don't see them going anywhere. So I want to be an investor in Netflix. I want to be an investor in something that I use on a regular basis, and I'm confident Netflix is going back over $100 a share. And again, this one for me is a long term. So I'm not touching it over a little bit of a disappointment on forward guidance. I plan to continue to hold this one. So that's my take on it. Please understand I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell, but I can tell you what I'm buying long term. I can tell you what I'm doing, my opinions in the market, and my short-term play. Sometimes I share that with you. If you want to stay up to date on those things, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, right? So that way you're aware every time I upload a new video. Also, if you haven't done so, please do me a big favor. Check out the description box. I got a link in there for you guys that may be interested a little bit more about learning the charts. If you want to be a short-term trader, it's very important that you start trying to get familiar with the charts, start trying to practice candle patterns, get familiar with the RSI, check out some indicators that can help you when it comes to short-term trading. I have an account with TradingView. Some of my short-term indicators, I use the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA. I look at the RSI, I look at the volume, I check the candle patterns. I have different indicators, but I'm still a student and I'm growing, right? Almost every day, I try to spend some time practicing the charts because I've been long-term investing for over 10 years, but I started short-term investing in 2025. My takeaway on it is I want to prepare myself for long term, right? I want to build well for my retirement so I don't have to worry on a 9 to 5, don't have to worry about working unless I want to, but I also want to make some money now, right? I want to live now. So I do both, and that's how I do it. Let me know what you think about Netflix. Let me know if you have it in your portfolio down in the comments below. If you haven't done so, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.